Nowadays, there are a lot of high school players who want to go straight from their high school team to the NBA. But in 2005, the NBA stopped letting this happen. This is called the one and done rule. What the one and done rule is that players that want to play in the NBA now have to be at least 1 year removed from high school and be at least 19 years old. And these high school players do this by going to college for 1 year. Only 1 year. And a lot of players actually do this, given that there are negatives, but there are a lot of positives. And that's what I'm going to get into. So let's talk about the negatives first. So when a player goes to a college or any school, even elementary school, and they play a sport at the same time, they're called a student athlete. But it's been seen that players seem to not do good as well in school as they do on the court, which doesn't apply to everyone, but it does apply to a lot of one and done players. But here's why. Because as seen by the one and done thesis, a lot of players will do great their first semester because they need to stay eligible to play for their school and bring up their draft stock. But once their draft reports come out and they see if they're going to make the draft or not, they blow off their second semester because they're more focused on gaining training for the NBA draft and the combine and playing in the NBA. And these blowing off of their classes is not only bad for the students' name, but horrible for the colleges because it brings them down, because it brings their dropout rate down, because these students have to drop out in order to play. And one scandal I read about was about North Carolina, one of the best basketball schools in the country. They've been known to use fake classes in order to keep their students eligible, to keep them ready for the NBA. But the worst part about this is that these students won't get the college degree that they need for their future. Yes, they can come back and get it later, but they need this. It'll be so much easier to get it now. But one and done rule isn't necessarily always a bad thing. There's one coach I want to read about who I stated by in the defense of one and done U. His name is Coach John Calipari. He coaches at the University of Kentucky, and he's produced some of the best NBA-ready talent in the country. He's produced John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins, Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns. There's so much more talent. And with all this talent and with all the one and done rules and all the benefits from it, it also brings a lot of money. And it helps not only the schools, but the players in the NBA too. It helps the students because they're more prepared. They're going to get the best training they would have compared to if they stayed and got trained from high school trainers. And so they're going to be way more NBA ready if they go to college than if they went straight from high school. The colleges benefit because not only do they get money, these players are the top high school players in the country playing for their college. So views go up, and same thing with the NBA, except they get the top college prospects. These are the top 60 college prospects playing in the NBA. So views go up for everyone. And one thing I want to talk about, my last point, is that in the NBA draft this year alone, 9 out of the top 10 picks were all freshmen, except the one pick. His name was Frank Ntilikina. He couldn't be a freshman because he played internationally, but he did still fall under this one and done rule because he was 19. And so if we look a little deeper into this, who was the first non-freshman and non-19-year-old to get drafted? His name is Luke Kennard, who was picked 12th, which means 11 people before him were freshmen or 19. So I want to show you this visual. So, as you see, 2005 is where it changes from high school to college freshman, because that's where the minimum is to play in the NBA. But for the first 5 years, it goes up and down a little bit. But after 2010, and 2013 especially, numbers rise. And as you see, in 2017, which is this year, almost 20 people got drafted who were one and done players. And you might say 20 people, but that's not that much. But according to the New York Amsterdam News, this is 1 out of 3 people that got drafted were freshmen, which is crazy. But this is good for the NBA because they want young players who can only grow from there. So in conclusion, these NBA hopefuls use college as a 1-year stop. Yeah, education might decline for them, but they can always come back and get it later. And these are some of the best picks in the country. These are seen as a waste, or college is seen as a waste of time to them, but once they see that 1 year of college, it'll actually benefit them because they are well more prepared and everybody benefits from this. Thank you.